In this lesson, we'll talk about operations with integers. Integers are counting numbers. These are positive numbers like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so on and so forth, including 0 and negative of the counting numbers, like -1, -2, -3, so on and so forth. If you're a student and still struggling with uh, addition or subtraction of integers, then this video might help you. Alright, for example, you have negative 12 plus 8. Now, I'm going to show you an idea for you to relate it in real life. So the idea is simple. Uh, we use the idea of cash, the amount of money that you have, and then debt. The cash is of course positive and debt is of course negative. It's a liability. And what operation you do here is you make a payment. And the result of the payment will be the balance, which is, okay, we can put this as the result. Okay, now let's apply this to operation here. Negative 12, just consider this as a debt. So you have a debt of 12, like you borrowed from someone, and it's payable. And the cash that you have is 8. Now the action that you need to do is to pay it. So you pay 8 to your debt. How much do you have? You still owe 4. And owing or debt is negative. So you have negative 4. It's just like you subtract 12 by 8, and since negative is bigger, the debt is bigger, then that's the sign you're going to use. Now let's try another one. 9 minus 14. Here, if you don't see a sign, that means it's positive. So you have a cash of 9 and you have a debt of 14. We take the action of payment. How much do you have? You still owe because your debt is more than your cash. So you still owe 5. Your debt is still 5. It's negative 5. Now suppose we have negative 6 minus, say, 5. In this operation, we don't have cash, we only have debt, so you just simply add all the debts you have. That's negative 11. Okay, for obvious operations like 8 plus 4, so we know this is positive. This is a simple addition that's equal to, you have cash of 8 and a cash of 4, so you end up a cash of 12. So that's the whole idea of addition and subtraction of integers. You just simply relate it to cash and debt, which is a real life situation. For multiplication and division of integers, we must take note these mnemonics first. If we multiply positive by positive, the answer is positive. If we multiply negative by negative, the answer is positive. If we multiply positive by negative, the answer is negative. negative, positive, we get negative. So to remember it, if we multiply the same signs, then the answer is positive. If we multiply opposite signs, then the answer is negative. This applies to division as well. If we divide positive by positive, get positive. Negative by negative, you get positive. Positive by negative, you get negative, and then negative divided by positive, you get negative. So the same idea with multiplication. Now, say for example, you have negative 6 uh, minus negative 8. Now, here you have the parenthesis, meaning it's a multiplication. So what you're going to do first is to multiply the sign. So negative times negative is positive. Hence, you have negative 6 plus 8. Now, we'll apply the cash and debts principle. You have a debt of 6 and you have a cash of 8. You make a payment and you have 2 left of your cash, a positive 2. No need to write the positive sign that case. Say for example, you have 7 plus negative 6, then you multiply the sign first. So you have 7 positive times negative, opposite signs gives negative answer. Okay, so that's 7 minus 6, or just simply think about the cash of 7 and debt of 6, and you will have a cash of 1 left. Let's try another one, like say if you have something like this, negative 3 times negative 4, this is pure multiplication. So you multiply the sign first. Negative times negative is positive. No need to write the sign if it's the only number in there. Then 3 times 4 is 12. What else? If we have 8 minus like 6, like that. So it doesn't matter, that's the same. You don't see a sign here, so that's positive. Negative times positive is negative, so 8 is just 8 minus 6. And that gives you 2. Okay, so if you have 5 times negative 8, so that's multiplication because of the parenthesis here. So you don't see a sign here, that means it's positive. You multiply the sign first. Positive times negative is negative. 5 times 8 is 40. If we have, say, 36, negative 36 divided by 9. So you don't see the sign here, but that's positive. It's negative divided by positive is negative because the opposite sign. 36 divided by 9 is 4. So that's the idea. If you have negative 2 times negative 6, divided by negative 3, negative 4, let's say negative 2, something like that. Okay, how much do we get here? Now we can add more here, like 8. Okay, first thing you do is you multiply the sign, negative times negative, that is positive. And then 2 times 6 is 12, 12 times 8 is 80, that's 96. And here, since these are all multiplication, so you can multiply the sign, 3 times negative times negative is positive, is positive, and positive times negative is negative. 3 times 4 is 12, times 2 is 24. And you can simplify this by dividing it by 4, by 3, yeah. So divide this by 3, which is 32. And then divide this by 3, it's 8. Now we can still divide this by 8. Divide this by 8 is 4. Okay, the answer is 4. We still have the negative. Answer is negative 4. So that's the idea of operation with integers.